Welcome back. It is Friday, September 20th, and the MLB, our 5 best bets are on the way. It's Austin, joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday. A 2-in-1 day. Not too shabby. Let's talk about it. Orioles money line. Anthony Santander, we appreciate you. We needed a walk-off homer, and we needed it badly. That was sweaty. Brandon Pfaadt, over and outs, not sweaty. The man went 7. He struck out 11 guys. He was cooking the Brewers yesterday. Red Sox first 5 team total over 1.5 might be donation of the year. That could have been a full game line, and that could have been a hits line for the Red Sox. They got 1 hit as a team yesterday. What the heck is that team doing? They basically mailed it in on the year. But hey, Logan, 2-in-1 day. We'll take that. Let's hopefully have a 5-0 day on Friday. As always, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. As I know, if you're still betting MLB this late in the year, we appreciate you for tuning into the videos. Hopefully, we can deliver a 4-1 or 5-0 day. And that starts with cash in the parlay of the day, which has been pretty ice cold recently. But we're still going to keep dialing them in. We've had good success with them this season. Just the last week to 10 days of parlays been not great. But you can find it down below, linked in the pinned comment in the description. It's going to be good plus money today. Hopefully, we can cash out that parlay. The parlay of the day sets up the rest of the day. If that cashes, we're going to have a good day. When it doesn't cash, we're always fighting and clawing back, trying to get a winning day. Hopefully it can cash today. We really like the 2 legs. You can go check it out, pinned comment in description. Before I throw it to Logan, who has 2 picks today, I have 2 picks. I do want to note, later today, we have a college football best bets video. You can definitely go tap into that. We'll have some picks, talk about the biggest games. It's a good time. Go check it out. We also have our NFL Week 3 best bets video that we posted on Wednesday. I'm sure you can tap into that as well for our favorite spreads, totals, and money lines this weekend in the NFL. But Logan, I'm throwing it to you. You get a money line pick. I hope the team that you're fading doesn't show up, but it would be on brand if they did. Well, who are you backing today?
You set it up like that because, yes, I am fading the Red Sox, which just sucked for you yesterday. I'm taking the Twins on the money line, -110 odds on Caesars. Yeah, so you mentioned how bad the Red Sox did look yesterday. Hopefully they don't save it up for the Twins today. But we look at these 2 teams. I mean, the Twins are fighting for a wild card spot. They have to keep pace with the Tigers and the Royals in the wild card standings. If you look at that, the Red Sox, several games back, they're kind of slipping, and I really question their motivation. I question how much do I see, like, out of 10 times, if this particular matchup was played out of 10 times, do I see the Twins winning this one, 7 or 8 out of those 10 times? I do. And then let's talk about why. It's Richard Fitz starting for the Red Sox. Now, he's coming in with a 0 ERA and a 1.13 whip. Small sample size, though, obviously, for that 0 ERA. This is only his 3rd start on the year, 2nd start at Fenway. The 1st start at Fenway, he gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, but 0 of them were earned, so that's why ERAs can be deceiving, because you know what? He's still got that 0 ERA. That was against the White Sox, too. We know a bad offense in the White Sox. Can the Twins do some damage? I mean, they piled up the hits on him. They weren't earned runs. They were still able to do some damage against him. I think the Twins are able to follow that footprint. In his most recent start, Fitz, he also had 3 walks. We need the Twins to be patient at the plate. Don't be swinging in the dirt. Don't be swinging at pitches outside of the zone. If they're plate disciplined today, I think the Twins' bats show up in a big way against Fitz, a guy who hasn't had a whole lot under his belt anyway. The Twins have the power lefties to be able to have success at Fenway. This is a hitter-friendly ballpark. Tell me that you can't see several home runs coming on Fitz mistake pitches. I can certainly see that coming today. I think they absolutely light him up. And on the other side, it's going to be David Festa starting for the Twins, 5.07 ERA and a 1.27 whip. Now, Festa, to command a price like this game is kind of weird because Festa's not an ace, but here they are as pretty much either road favorites or in a pick'em. So I asked myself, like, how much does Festa really matter in this game? Because he won't pitch that deeply into this game. I don't think it matters all that much. All I'm asking for Festa is no catastrophic 4 or 5 earned run type game. Give us a chance to win this one. We just know the Red Sox got 1 hit yesterday. I mean, that was atrocious. I don't really know what else to say because the numbers are supporting how bad they've been. They're struggling versus right-handed pitching. Over the last 14 days, 24th in batting average, 26th in OPS, 28th in WRC+. What sort of indicator is there that they're going to turn it around against Festa today? I don't really have one. Couldn't find one. I mean, Devers isn't looking great. I really think this offense is dead in the mud. and I'll take the Twins to be able to pretty much just outscore them. That's all that we need in this one. And then we go to the bullpens, right? Last 14 days, neither of these bullpens have been particularly great, but I'll still take the Twins 10 out of 10 times. Minnesota 21st in bullpen ERA, Boston 27th in bullpen ERA. Never have liked the Red Sox bullpen this year. Never really felt comfortable backing them. So I'm once again fading the Red Sox, fading their bats, and backing the Twins on the money line like that as my first pick of the day. But Austin, what are you rolling with?
So I'm actually doing a same game parlay, and this is going to be on FanDuel. If you don't have a FanDuel account, I can certainly give you some pivots that I do like for this one. And we've done a similar play in the Brewers game maybe a week or so ago when Ty Block started. Very similar play to that. And here's what it is. You go to FanDuel, we got two legs, and here they are. We got the Royals +0.5 in the first 5, parlayed within the same game, the over 2.5 in the first 5 in this game. So obviously if the Royals come out here, score 3, and it's 3-0, we win. If the Royals don't win the first 5, but maybe tie, we still win that leg, and then we just hope there's 3 runs at least total, or if that's the case, you probably need 4 if it's going to be a tie. I like the Royals' first 5 run line. I don't love Waka's spot here today, which is why I'm taking this little SGP. I think Waka gives up 1 or 2 earned runs, but obviously I do think the Royals do a lot of the damage against Mason Black, who is scheduled to start for the Giants today. Now, if you look at Mason Black, we faded him before. He's kind of on my auto fade list. This is a guy that's been pretty bad. 7 ERA, 1.64 whip. He returned from the AAAs. He's been all right, 2.4 and 2 earned runs. He really has struggled on the road, though. On the road this season, he owns a 10.03 ERA. I mean, pretty limited sample size, but still a 10 ERA and a 3.27 batting average allowed. With runners in scoring position, 261. With just runners on base, a guy on first, 364 batting average. So this is a guy that's really struggled. Are the Royals the best offense in the world? No, not really, but normally at home, it's where I can trust them. Bobby Witt Jr., you got Salvador Perez. I wish Vinny Pasquantino was there, but he's still out. But at the end of the day, at home, I can trust this offense a little bit. They've also lost 4 straight games. And like Logan was talking about with the Twins needing to win, Royals are right there. I mean, the Tigers are itching at the heels of both these two teams. So I think the bats show up tonight. I think they're engaged. I don't think they're swinging in the dirt. And I think they'll be able to put the ball in play against Mason Black. And normally you're going to see some good results there. They could realistically, if they want to pour it on and get 4 or 5 earned runs, cool. If they only want to get us 2 or 3, I still feel like that's enough to either win the first 5 or push this one. And I think we got a good chance there. Now, Michael Wacha, he could pitch a gem today, and we would need 3 from the Royals, which certainly has a potential. But I think he gives up 1 or 2 earned runs here. His last 2 starts, 0 and 1 earned run. He has allowed 2 or fewer in 8 of his last 9 starts, so he's been pretty good. 2.87 ERA at home. The Giants are an offense that I really fear a ton. Did have some opportunities against Zach Eflin yesterday, and they did a little bit with him, 2 earned runs. They did tag up Dean Kramer and Albert Suarez the days before, 2 other righties. Michael Wacha's a little bit better than those guys. I feel like he's right in that Eflin range, a guy that's pretty consistent, can get those ground ball outs, might give up some hits in here and there. As long as he doesn't give up 3 or 4 earned runs, I really feel a good chance here. If he gives up 2, I feel like we're going to cash this play. 2 or less, we're going to cash this one. I think the Royals could tag Mason Black for 3. They could have had it for 2. We get a 2-1 final score in the first 5, 2-2, something like that. I like this parlay a little bit more than asking the Royals to cover that first half run line at -0.5, where they need to lead through 5. Whereas for this, we have some wiggle room. We just need some runs from the Royals, and we got a chance as long as Wacha doesn't absolutely implode. So, like I said, I do like SGP. Royals +0.5 in the first 5, and the over 2.5 in the first 5. I really like this play at -115 on FanDuel. Again, my pivot would be the Royals' first 5 run line, -0.5, but I'm playing this a little bit more conservative here. But Logan, you got another play? Where are you going today?
Yeah, this pick's a total pick, so hopefully we can cash a money line and a total for my 2 picks today. I'm taking the Diamondbacks and Brewers over 7.5. -125 odds on DraftKings is your best value. Now, if you're looking at your book and you're like, all I have is 8, yes, I did buy the extra half point or half a run in this one. So if they do end on 8, this would cash, the 8 would push. Again, when it comes to totals this time of year, I don't really mess around. Would I lay just a little bit of extra juice for a winner rather than a push? I would. And that's what I'm doing here. So if you want to take it at 7.5, do it. If you want to take it at 8 and just hope that, they go over on that one, you can do that as well. Yesterday, obviously that game went under. It was the Brandon Pfaadt Masterclass. Great read from Austin in that one. It's setting up a great spot today for runs in a less obvious matchup, though, between Zach Allen and Colin Ray. Let's talk about Colin Ray's matchup, though, because he starts for the Brewers. 4.14 ERA and a 1.22 whip for Colin Ray. When I like fading Colin Ray is as a starter, because he's better as a reliever than he is a starter. When he's out there to start the game, for whatever reason, he's a lot worse. 4.41 ERA as a starter, 2 ERA as a reliever. Significantly different numbers there. And he, once again, is a starting pitcher. His last start, we all remember this one. This is another time I took the over. It was the no sweat over of the century. 11 hits, 10 earned runs. That's called a double-double. And rarely do pitchers get those. And ouch. I mean, what a terrible start for Colin Ray. Obviously, I don't think he's that great of a pitcher. I think if when put under a microscope, he's not that great. Last 14 days versus righties, this Arizona offense can do damage. 7th in batting average, 5th in OPS, 7th WRC plus. So they're hovering near a top 5 offense against right-handed pitching. And we know the Diamondbacks, they have to keep winning these games. They have to keep pace in the wild card hunt. I think they certainly get some hits and runs up on Colin Ray. And then on the other side, it's the ace for the Diamondbacks, Zach Gallen, 3.61 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. Now, Zach Gallen, obviously, he's an ace, commands an ace price, the attention of all that. He still hasn't been himself this year. I mean, for whatever reason, his strikeouts haven't been consistent. He just faced the Brewers, went 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. There's ultimate familiarity there. Like, they literally just saw him. So if they can't get to him the second time in a very short time span, then I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, they've seen his strikeout, his put-away pitches. So hopefully they can learn what they did against him, that recent, or what they just did against him, figure out what works, what doesn't work. What I do know the Brewers have to do is you have to work counts on Zach Gallen, because he's only allowing a 185 batting average when he's ahead in the count, 289 batting average when he's behind in the count. Now, a lot of pitchers have splits like that where they're a lot worse when they're behind in the count because, of course, they have to pitch from behind. They have to give more favorable pitches. But Zach Gallen is one of those pitchers that I think if you just work the count, you get him to make those mistake pitches over the middle of the plate. That's where we've seen him get in trouble this year. And then over the last 14 days versus righties, Brewers have not been great. I'm not going to even come out and find numbers that they have been good. 27th in batting average, 21st in OPS, 25th in WRC plus. They were a no-show last night for most of that game. Obviously, popping a little champagne, clinching the division. We know all that. You know, now that they got the hooting and hollering and celebration done, they can get back to business against Zach Gallen. And I think that's what they do today. I think they put up several runs on him. The Brewers just need to put the ball in play as well, because when you put the ball in play, good things happen in baseball. Gallen, 31st percentile in hard hit percentage. He's given up those hard hit extra base hits. That's why he hasn't been lights out this year, because the hitters are able to get on base and they're able to hit those guys home with hard contact. I think they get hits and runs up on Zach Gallen as well. Both these starters are liable for 3+ earned runs themselves. I like that. I see an easy pathway to cashing this over. And then we go to the bullpens. Last 14 days, bullpen ERA. Arizona 30th in bullpen ERA. Milwaukee 6th in bullpen ERA. So even if Zach Gallen does pitch well, you know, maybe 2 earned runs-ish, his bullpen is terrible. I mean, that Diamondbacks bullpen, nasty. There should be run opportunities for Milwaukee there. I think both these two teams have run opportunities all 9 innings. Give me the over as my second best bet of the day. But Austin, wrap up the video. What else you going with?
Yeah, Logan, speaking of working the counts, I need a team to work the count tonight, and that would be the Philadelphia Phillies. And here's what I'm doing at my final play of the day, and I would argue this, I would almost consider making it more than a 1-unit play, but I'll stick with it here. David Peterson, the New York Mets starting pitcher tonight, over 1.5 walks, -125 on DraftKings. Now, I actually think this is our first walk prop this season. We might have, done one for a hitter. This is just a pitcher. We need David Peterson to go out there and throw 4 balls to a couple guys, and boom, we will cash this one out. Now, I was looking at a way to fade David Peterson today, and Peterson's obviously dodged a lot of traffic this season. He's been one of the most lucky pitchers in the league. If you were to look at his expected numbers, which I'll pull them up off the because I don't know them off the top of my head, his baseball savant numbers, you're looking at him with a 2.85 ERA. His expected ERA is 4.75. So it's the guy that's been able to dodge traffic all season long. And I'm not saying that the Phillies get to him today. I just think we get 2 walks, and I'll talk about why. David Peterson in general, 30th percentile walk percentage. We know it's something he struggled with in his whole career, 9.2%. He has walked 2 batters in 13 of 19 starts. So 68% of the time he's walking at least 2 guys. Good for us if you're looking just at hit rates. Now, if you look at how Peterson pitched in his last time versus the Phillies, pitched a masterclass, 7 2/3, 1 walk. For a pitcher to go 7 2/3, you need a lot of easy early ground balls. And the Phillies did just that. He had 10 at-bats, or 10, times where a batter came up, 10 batters faced, where it ended within 2 batters. He was either a hit, or more likely, it was an easy ground ball out or a fly ball out. So, obviously, the Phillies and their game plan against David Peterson didn't work. It was, hey, we're going to attack him early. Well, that didn't work. You were giving him easy ground ball outs, and the man went 7 2/3, allowing 1 earned run. I think that 1 earned run, came in his 8th inning when he gave up, back-to-back doubles. So I think this is a spot where we need the Phillies to readjust their game plan against David Peterson, a guy that does struggle to throw strikes consistently, and instead higher that walk rate, get those free base runners, run up the pitch count in what will be a 4-game series against the Mets. And obviously the first game didn't go the Phillies' way. Taijuan Walker sucked. Not a huge shock there, but they were able to get Severino a little bit in that bullpen. If they can continue to work these at-bats, get Peterson out, I really feel good about them getting a 2+ walks on Peterson. In September, the Phillies aren't the highest walk team against lefties, but do own a 8.4% walk rate, 12th highest in the majors. And what I do like is they own the lowest K rate, 17.5%. Is that because they're swinging early and putting the ball in play? Or is it because maybe they're being a little bit more patient, maybe waiting their ABs? I don't know, probably more the latter, but I still think that they had their chances against Peterson in that start. Like I said, 10 at-bats ended with 1 or 2 pitches, but they also had 5 3-ball counts. Only one of them did translate into a walk. I believe that was Bryce Harper with a 5-pitch walk, where 4 balls, 1 strike. We know they have guys in there that can take the walks. We know Kyle Schwarber, he can take a walk. Bryce Harper's capable of doing it, and plenty of other guys can do it too. Harper, Bohm, Trey Turner, not the highest walk guy, Real Muto, Schwarber, all guys that have walked against David Peterson in their career. They've seen him a good amount. I think this is a spot where the Phillies, obviously, the outcome wasn't great yesterday. They didn't look great the last time they saw Peterson just a week ago. I think this is a spot where the Phillies need to be a little bit more patient at the plate. Peterson, a guy that struggles to throw strikes consistently, I think he gets 2 walks. And we have a lot of time to cash this one. It could realistically cash early in the 1st or 2nd inning if they're being patient. And maybe it cashes late. Maybe Peterson runs out of steam and he walks 2 guys, his final 2 batters. That could happen too. I think there's a lot of different outcomes here where we could get a winner. I really like this over 1.5 walks. I don't think I'm taking a pitching walks line all season long, but hey, no better time than the present to cash out our first walks prop of the season. Give me David Peterson over 1.5 walks, -125 on DraftKings. But those are 5 favorite picks of the day. Recap them. We had the parlay of the day, which will be live down below in the pinned comment in the description. We're cashing out today. With number 2, we have my Royals +0.5 in the over 2.5 first 5 SGP over there. Then we have my other prop, David Peterson's over 1.5 walks. Then we have Logan's 2 plays, the Twins on the ML money line, and Diamondbacks Brewers over 7.5. Those are 5 picks. That's 5 winners. Let's have a day. Why not us? But of course, if you want to go check out our college football video, that will be live at 12 p.m. Eastern time. I'll link it on the screen. If you want to go check out our NFL Week 3 best bets video, you definitely go tap into that. It is linked on the screen as well. You guys have a wonderful day. It's Austin Logan signing out. We're going 5-0. We'll see you guys tomorrow with the Brooms. Peace.